Hi tarot friends, this is Ultraviolet Morgan and we're going to do a message today from the Dark Fairies using the Dark Fairy Tale Tarot. This is the Dark Fairy Tale Tarot. And it's by Lo Scarabeo by Raphael de Angelis. Okay, so this is a message from the Dark Fairies, or message from the fairies if you prefer. Pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm just going to give you just a moment to pick, and then I'm going to get right into it. So, pile 1. Pile 1 is the 9 of Pentacles, okay? And I'm going to read from the book, because there's kind of like a little sort of riddle type of thing, or just a little, and then I'll talk about it briefly, because this is a quick video. 9 of Pentacles. Gold can pay for a garden haven in splendid isolation, a retreat from the world, and a place to hide. So the 9 of Pentacles is about, Pentacles being about money, and 9 being the number of completion. So she has plenty of money to hide. Okay, it's like wet on this card. She has plenty of money to hide away in the garden. I guess the table's wet. To be isolated, to have time to herself. It's kind of a little bit like the Hermit card, except that I think, this comes with wealth. So this could be possibly a plus and minus to having wealth, but also having resources and a room of one's own, kind of. All right. Pile 2, the Lovers in reverse. All right, the Lovers in reverse, choice. Teacher and counselor. No, that's Hierophant, sorry. Choice. There are many temptations in fairy. A fairy maid who asks that you lay down your sword for love. There will always be a choice to be made and a price to be paid. So the message from the fairies is there will always be a choice to be made and a price to be paid. So that's interesting. Think about what choice you're being offered and what the cost is for both of those options, or multiple options if that's the case. For those who chose card number 3, we have the 10 of Swords in reverse. 10 of Swords in reverse. The 10 of Swords says, the ruin of the mind is the descent into darkness. In the arms of death there is no journey but into the light. So basically, this card is saying this is the worst it can get. And then what comes next is an improvement. In this case, the card is in reverse. So I don't know if that means you're sort of delaying the descent into the light. It kind of makes me feel like you're fighting the delay. You're fighting the descent. You're kind of fighting letting something end so you can move on to the next thing. Also with the Lovers in reverse, even though we've moved on from that card, I would say that it involves a difficulty with, sorry guys, I'm a little tired, making a choice that's you're possibly dragging your feet on, refusing to make the choice. Of course, I just want to point out refusing to make a choice is also a choice, and it also is going to have a price of its own. So for those who chose pile number 4, we have the Knave of Swords in reverse. And I will just bring this up here. The Knave of Swords in reverse. So beautiful. Look at that. I've been watching Vampire Diaries, and that reminds me of the Vampire Diaries. So I'll look up the Knave of Swords. There is nothing she will not do to find out what she wants to know. Simple message, but in reverse, this card tells me that there's something that you don't want to know, or something that you're refusing to look at or deal with. I feel like there's avoidance happening here. Even though it was a pick a card, there's a little bit of a flow through here, aloneness, a choice perhaps to be alone, desiring not to end something, and desiring not to look at something. So overall, there's this overall energy of resistance, and aloneness. Three of the cards being reversed. I'm so tired, guys. Sorry. Well, that's pretty much the simple message. Whatever one you got, go ahead and maybe rewatch it if you'd like to, and think about the very short message. It's almost like a fortune cookie. Thank you for watching. Sorry, this was just a little shorty today. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to put out something a little bigger. We'll see what happens. Thank you for joining me. As always, be well until next time. And like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Those are my favorites. Thanks.